Thousands of opponents of Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker's plan to severely restrict the collective bargaining rights of most state workers spent a sixth day at the Capitol.
This bill would make it impossible for public unions to exist in Wisconsin.
With bad weather outside, protests have now moved inside into the Wisconsin State Capitol building. Hundreds of people have been spending the night here all week long to protest this controversial legislation.
People are sleeping mostly around here.
And just a couple of minutes ago, a group of firefighters who would actually be exempt from the bill walked in to a strong round of applause.
Walker maintains he needs help from state union workers, including more contributions to health and pension plans to balance the budget and avoid 6,000 layoffs.
He's not open to any changes from, obviously, Democrats or Republicans who have floated a couple of changes to this proposal this past week. So, again, the ball's in his court. He has the money he needs from the public employees to balance his budget.
But the legislation is stalled because Senate Democrats have left the state, so there's no quorum.
And I believe we've got a path that allows us to have everybody come back and vote. There's going to be plenty of time to have the debate. They can make their case. They can make their argument. But democracy is not about hiding out in another state. It's about showing up here in the Capitol and making the case there.
Several thousand of his supporters, organized by Tea Party groups, rallied Saturday.
Wisconsin is ground zero. I think it's going to determine largely whether or not the pampered nature of these public employee unions is finally reined in so that they're paying for health care and they're paying for pensions in a level that the private sector is doing.
An estimated 60,000 opponents turned out surrounding the Capitol. Both groups were peaceful.
This will cost us an additional $208 to $567 a month for our family just to have health insurance on an income of $50,000 a year. We need to look at alternatives here.
For some teachers who skipped 3 days of work closing schools last week, sympathetic doctors wrote notes excusing their absences.
We think it's worth the risk to support the people, and we feel very strongly that these are professionals who really would like to be in school. They would like to be in school with our classes, but they're put in a position where they really have no choice.
Union leaders have asked teachers to return to work this week. Casey Wyand, CNN, Madison, Wisconsin.